For nomadic cultures across Central Asia, cooking was never about convenience. It was about survival, efficiency, and understanding nature. With no permanent kitchens and limited tools, fire became the central element of daily life. Over time, these communities developed a deep, intuitive knowledge of how heat, smoke, and flame transform food, creating flavors that remain unmatched. Even today, at its core, open fire cooking is a balance of heat control. Unlike modern stoves, where temperature can be adjusted instantly, fire requires constant attention. Nomads learn to read flames, how the color, size, and movement of the fire affect cooking. A strong flame is ideal for searing meat quickly, while glowing embers provide steady, even heat for slower cooking. This understanding allowed them to adapt their methods depending on the dish and available resources. One of the most important scientific processes in open fire cooking is the Maillard reaction, a chemical reaction between amino acids and sugars that occurs at high temperatures. This reaction is what gives grilled meat its rich, brown crust and deep flavor. When cuts of lamb or beef are cooked over an open flame, the intense heat triggers this reaction, creating the savory taste that defines many traditional dishes. Smoke also plays a crucial role. As wood burns, it releases compounds that attach to the surface of food, adding layers of flavor. The type of wood used can subtly influence the taste, with different woods producing different aromas. In nomadic life, this wasn't a matter of choice as much as availability, but over time, people learned which materials produce the best results. Moisture control is another key factor. Cooking over fire can easily dry out food, so techniques were developed to retain juice. Large cuts of meat were often cooked with bone or fat intact, helping to lock in moisture. In dishes like besh parmak, boiling was used alongside fire-based methods to ensure tenderness, showing a balance between different cooking techniques. Open fire cooking also influenced the tools used. Heavy pots, such as the kazan, were designed to sit directly over flames, distributing heat evenly. Skewers allowed meat to be rotated for consistent cooking, while flat stones could act as natural grit. Every tool was simple but effective, shaped by necessity and experience. Beyond the science, fire created a social center. In nomadic camps, the cooking fire was where people gathered to prepare food, share stories, and connect. Meals were often communal, reinforcing bonds and traditions. The act of cooking was as important as the food itself. Environmental awareness was essential. Nomads had to use fuel efficiently, choosing the right materials and managing fire carefully. This led to sustainable practices, ensuring that resources were not depleted in the harsh landscapes they inhabited. Even today, the flavors produced by open fire cooking are difficult to replicate. Modern equipment may offer precision, but it often lacks the complexity that comes from direct contact with flame and smoke. This is why traditional methods continue to be valued, both for their taste and their cultural significance. In the end, the science of open fire cooking in nomadic life is a blend of chemistry, observation, and tradition. It shows how people learn to work with nature, transforming simple ingredients into deeply flavorful meals using nothing more than fire and experience.